Kentucky State Senator is learning the hard way it's a risky move to criticize Dolly Parton in the South. Country music legend and East Tennessee native Dolly Parton created the Imagination Library. The program provides millions of free books to young children through the mail. But even it can't escape the close scrutiny that's been sweeping the nation's libraries and books. Listen as Kentucky Senator Stephen Meredith asked for added language in a bill to expand Parton's program in Kentucky to limit subject matter.
We talk about age-appropriate books, and I think that certainly is warranted given today's environment, but I wonder if that's enough. Should it be subject-appropriate as well? Because I have seen some literature that's considered preschool that, I think, is inappropriate content for children that age.
In response, Dolly's sister, Stella, tweeted, "I'm outraged that anyone, let alone a GOP Senator Meredith from the great state of Kentucky, would question my sister Dolly or even insinuate something sinister about the Imagination Library. The next thing you know, you'll be trying to burn children's books."
And Chattanooga businesses are considering taking Russian vodka off the shelves in the wake of the war in Ukraine. News Channel 9's Brianna Idzior explains how that could affect business sales.
And at work, they were like, "No Russian vodka." And I was like, holy cow, that's a very valid thing.
Brent Harding works at Main Street Meats and stands beside the restaurant's decision to ditch their Russian products.
What's happening is incredibly wrong, to put it lightly. And I don't think anything from Russia should be supported right now.
I don't think it'll hurt us at all, but whether it does or doesn't, we wanted to make a stance.
Justin Norell is one of the managers there and says they aren't using any Russian vodka and are changing the name of their Russian dressing.
We tried to remove all products that we possibly could to eliminate any support for Russia.
It's a nationwide movement for businesses to take Russian products off the shelves, but one Chattanooga liquor store is still on the fence.
We're just kind of waiting to see how things work out in the next few days.
Here at Riverside Wine and Spirits, a sales associate tells me that this is actually the only vodka on the store's shelves that comes from Russia.
There are a lot of names you would think are Russian, but they're really not.
According to the Distilled Spirits Council of the U.S., just over 1% of vodka was imported from Russia in the first half of 2021.
Of course, this is one everyone thinks is your standard Russian vodka, and it is not from Russia at all. It's from Latvia.
Jamie Campbell says pulling the Russian brand isn't out of the question.
If we feel like we need to pull it, we won't hesitate. We want to be very supportive of the cause and what's going on.
As the pandemic continues, many suffer from mental health issues related to COVID-19. But in a recent study, doctors found that the actual virus can cause mental health issues, not just circumstances surrounding it. I spoke with a woman who previously got COVID and a doctor who can attest to this.
It's frustrating. It's not logical.
Tiffany Duffy first got COVID-19 in December 2020.
The depression that I had actually gone off of meds for, it's back.
Her doctor recently diagnosed her with anxiety and depression and said it's due to her contracting COVID.
The actual depression and everything has actually COVID changed my brain chemistry.
Dr. Susanna Bozzoni with the Pattern Medical isn't shocked by her diagnosis.
I can't say I am surprised by that.
In a study published by the BMJ Medical Journal, they found the COVID-19 virus itself causes inflammation in the brain that can lead to mental health issues.
This inflammation and an inflammatory process that is more likely to drive new mental health disorders and first-time mental health disorders.
The recent study states every 6 out of 100 people who get COVID will develop a mental health problem. And Dr. Bozzoni is already seeing it.
I probably see more of that cognitive struggle post-COVID than I've ever noticed with, say, the flu.
Duffy says in the past, therapists dismissed her mental health claims. But Dr. Bozzoni tells me this finding is definitely real.
A lot of therapists don't believe that the COVID anxiety and the COVID depression are real.
Now that we know more of what the virus can do, Dr. Bozzoni says it's crucial to strengthen mental health support everywhere. And Duffy is confident she can get past this.
But the actual depression and the anxiety, I'm pretty sure that will clear.
Even though only 6 out of every 100 people will get a mental health issue after COVID, that's still 6% of the millions of people in our country that have been infected.